Hello, my name is Steven and I'm one of the solutions architects here at Strategic IT Services. Today is part one of our new Python series. It's going to walk you all the way through getting Python installed, using a code editor, all the way to more advanced things like classes. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing, if you haven't heard about Python, Python has gained immense popularity as a programming language. And it's mainly due to the fact that it's simple and it's versatile. It can do everything from web development, data science, automating tasks for scripting, all that. So Python is an excellent choice for beginners and seasoned developers alike. The guide here that I'm going to do for you will walk you through steps to install and set up Python on your Windows computer. So why choose Python? Python stands out for its readability and its ease of learning. Its syntax resembles natural language, making it more accessible to newcomers. Moreover, Python's vast community and comprehensive libraries, third-party libraries, supports various applications from web development to scientific computing and beyond. So to start your Python journey, you start by downloading the Python installer from the official website, python.org. And so let me grab this. So if you go to python.org, let's go to the home page here and hit downloads and do all releases. Then that's going to bring you to this page here with all the versions of Python you can download. Now just choose the version that works with your operating system, whether it's Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Um, if you need a certain version, feel free to grab it, but otherwise just grab the latest. And so you can hit this little download Python 3.12.4. I've already downloaded it, so let's go ahead and get it installed. So I'm gonna pull up my stuff here. So this is the Python installer. When you double click on your download, this is what you're gonna see. So I would always check these two boxes. Use admin privileges when you're installing py.exe, as well as adding it to your command line path, just in case you run into issues later. So you can either choose install now, or if you want to customize the installation path or use specific things but not install other things, that's totally up to you. This is going to install in idle, which is just an environment where you can do it instead of doing it in like a text file or text editor. It's going to install pip, which is Python's package manager, so you can install third-party applications, as well as documentation. So let's just go ahead and hit install now. Go ahead and tell it yes, it's fine. Then it won't take very long here, maybe about 30 seconds or so. Just gonna let it run through its bootstrapping and such here. All right, so it was successful. And just go ahead and hit close. So let's make sure that worked. So let's just open command prompt here and let's try Python version. So you'll see 3.12.4 before I had 3.11 something. So we're good. It installed successfully. And so let's try to open up. I use VS Code as an editor. You can also use PyCharm. PyCharm is really good. for people learning how to code. I prefer VS Code because it has a lot of attachments to do in different for different. So you can do Ansible, you can do other stuff, has a lot of extensions and such, as opposed to PyCharm where it's mainly for Python. So let's just do a simple thing here. Let me clear out my other stuff. And let's just do the first thing everyone learns is print hello world. All right, print hello world. It printed hello world in the terminal down here. So we're good. Everything's working as expected. But that's it for installing on Windows. Super easy. It's almost the same for Mac OS users. You just go back to the Python thing here. Excuse me. And then just instead of Windows, you would choose Mac OS here. And then you do the same thing, just download it and run through the installer. So for Mac OS users, you just open the .pkg file that it'll download for you and follow the installation prompts. Python usually comes pre-installed on Mac OS, but running the installer ensures you have the latest version. After installation, you can verify Python's presence by just typing python -- version like I just showed you. It works in Mac as well. This will confirm Python 3 is correctly installed and ready for use. Python's really integrated in Mac a lot, so you should be good. It's very similar on most Linux distributions. You can use their built-in package managers such as apt for Ubuntu or Debian, DNF for Fedora or Red Hat based, and Pacman for Arch. To install Python, you can basically just say, sudo DNF install Python 3 or update Python 3. It most likely already has it in there, and it'll take care of you. Next is setting up your development environment. So you saw we could also already do Hello World. So you can go ahead and download VS Code, PyCharm, or just do it in a text file if you want to. I would always recommend using an idle like VS Code because it'll kind of keep you from making bad habits, especially if you install like the PEP 8, which is the style guides for Python. So it'll make sure you're using best practices and that kind of stuff. And Python's versatility extends to web development and data science, making it kind of a preferred language for really diverse applications. Web development, Python frameworks such as Django or Flask streamline web development, catering to different project sizes and requirements. Django is kind of well known for its scalability, really robust features, provides an all-in-one solution for building really complex web applications. On the other hand, Flask is a lot more flexible and simple. It's ideal for kind of making a prototype or doing smaller projects. Both frameworks leverage Python's strengths in rapid development and maintainability, and it lets developers create scalable solutions. Talking about data science, Python has tons of libraries for data science, such as Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib for making charts, and scikit-learn, empowering data science to analyze, manipulate, visualize data. Pandas simplifies data manipulation with really powerful data structures, taking tasks like data cleaning and transformation and facilitating those. NumPy supports large multi-dimensional arrays and mathematical operations, which is essential for scientific computing and numerical analysis. Matplotlib enables data visualization through really diverse chart types and customization options, enhancing data interpretation and presentation of that data. You may have seen Seaborn, which is basically a kind of better version of Matplotlib. It does some stuff on top of it. Then scikit-learn provides machine learning algorithms and tools. It's kind of like the basic data science tool, enabling predictive modeling, pattern recognition, all that, which is pivotal for data-driven decision making all across multiple industries. So Python development tools, there's lots of different things. Enhance your Python development with essential tools. So like virtual environments. So virtual environment is if, let's say you're a developer, but you're working on multiple applications, and maybe one application requires Python 3.12, but maybe another application that you're running on that server requires 3.11 because they deprecated something in 3.12 that you need. Then you might want to use a virtual environment. And you can do that right here just by doing Python -m for module, then VN for virtual environment, and then whatever you want to call it, put in my documents, whatever path you want. So it could be my documents virtual environment or whatever you want to call it. And you just hit enter and it'll create a virtual environment for you. And then you can just tell it to run in that virtual environment. And then you could do package management. So pip makes it super easy. So you'll see here, if I do pip list, I don't know why that happened. Let's try this again. So for some reason, my command prompt is acting up, probably because I haven't rebooted yet. But you can just do pip list. And so, for example, this will show all of the libraries that you have installed. So let's say you were really interested in data manipulation and you wanted to give pandas a try. So you could just do pip install pandas. And it'll look through and install any dependencies that pandas needs, any ones you don't have, and then it'll say, hey, I successfully installed all these. And so you can go that way. So something I would definitely think about especially if you're just learning to code, is learning something called Git. So Git is version control. And basically anytime you make a change, you have to push the change through Git, and so it'll have a record of everything you change. So if you fat finger something, or if you mess something up and you don't know what you did, all you have to do is revert back to the old one, and then it'll fix it back to how it was before. It's kind of like having a backup. So it's definitely worth looking. There's tons of YouTube tutorials on using Git. Maybe we'll even make one eventually for you. But here, we're really passionate about not just coding, but managed IT in the first place. So we love Python. Whether you're embarking on your programming journey or expanding your skills, our resources and support can help you. So we offer lots of training, workshops, consulting services to help you leverage Python's capabilities. So this is only part one of this series. Part two is already recorded and we'll be releasing it soon after this. That's going to go over variables, data types, string manipulation, that kind of stuff. So you can look forward to that. Thanks for listening and have a great day.